we ask him to come and say, and the best thing is for him to just be talking most of the time.
Yes,
so that they will be seeing him.
I think I love okay. Because I need to work and also be monitoring.
Like a lot of.
Yes. So let me just take this away.
It is even more important than. Can you see him like that?
Yes, I can.
It's better. And so the key is on, let's start. When I'm talking, they'll be there, right?
Yes.
And so,
So it's me.
yes, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Yes. Sorry, we have to be doing some adjustment. We are doing some panel meeting and adjustments. We are, myself and the secretary, we are here. And we can see Mr. Fadehon. But we want all of us to be seeing him, and we also want him to see everybody. Though 2 of us are physically present here, but for those of us that are not physically present, I want Mr. Fadehon to see you. Because if you ask him questions and the person asking me questions is not seeing the person, it's still another issue. So that is why we have turned it this way. If there is need for you to see me, I will come down there and you see my face. But the most important person that you must see is Mr. Fadehon. We are seeing him as we are here now.
Sorry, I can't see you. Sorry, I'm just suggesting. Since with this one they can be seeing you, you can use this one.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
You can mix that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is this cable now?
It's short.
No, I can see. I don't know this guy.
No, we can take away these chairs and face it towards you.
Oh, that's another thing.
It's short.
And turn it. Let's just face us. It's okay.
It's okay.
Let it face us. It's okay. So we can reduce it. But mute it so that nobody seeing us. So we are okay.
I did.
This is a point. Let's just do it. So, good morning once again. Yeah, well done, everybody. So, we are here because of Mr. Fadehon. And right sitting in front of the system is Mr. Fadehon. I want the new person on this panel to see him. And that is Dr. Adetoro. Are you there, Dr. Adetoro?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Okay, that's
Good.
okay. Now we are here because of there was a letter written by NASU on Tuesday. It was brought to me. They actually wrote to the DA, not to the panel, but they copied the panel and they said I should sign for it. That I will receive a copy, and I signed and I forwarded it to the secretary. Now, the one they sent to the DA now called me and said that he did not see our response to issue raised on that memo. And I said it was not addressed to us. But the fallout of it was not addressed to us was that we should come physically, myself and the secretary should come physically and talk to you. That we should assume all we have done, we have not started. That we should sit down with you, ask you questions, that the secretary and the chairman must be in order. And that was why they said it on Saturday, and they have booked a flight for the secretary and the chairman that we must be here today. And that is why they are seeing us here this morning. I'm sure they forwarded the message to you. And so when they agree on Saturday, they said, first thing, Sunday morning we should be on our way. We came during that rain, that heavy rain. In fact, the flight was hanging for more than 30 minutes because the rain was heavy. The pilot said that we should not worry, we are there. We are safe before he was able to land. So it was the fallout of that letter, because in that letter that I read, they wrote that it was a protest letter. That you said you want to be physically interviewed, that we did not obey that, we did not give you that opportunity, and that was why we have to be here, so that we physically talk to you. Like I said, the first time I will see you, that I say, oh, this is Mr. Fadehon, was on the video. The next time was last week Monday, that I saw you talking to me via Zoom. Then the next time I will be seeing you, that will be, oh, one-on-one, I've seen somebody that is Mr. Fadehon. I've never. Peradventure, maybe we met somewhere, I don't know, but that we had interaction. This will be the time I will be saying that. So we are here because of that. We'll start afresh, because NASU objected to what we have done so far. So we are starting afresh. And we want to, like they said in their memo, we did not give you fair hearing. We want to give you fair hearing. And that is why we are here. So, I don't know whether I have anything to say before we comment.
Yes, sir.
Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. First of all, I want to appreciate the fatherly role that you have played so far from the meeting we held last week. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me virtually, please.
Yes, can you?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we hear you.
So, like I said, I appreciate everybody. Thank you for wanting to give me fair hearing. I want us to know that this thing is being recorded by me. This proceedings, the proceedings of this meeting is being recorded. It's just for us to put it on record. And I want to ask a question: is this a reconstituted panel, or the same panel that was constituted ab initio? I need that question answered. Then, before I continue with my other introductory words. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you for that question. I expect that. When I got the memo, because there was another memo, it was not the first one. The first memo put a national representative. The second memo that I got on Friday night, like I said, it was Saturday, they said we must travel, that myself and the secretary must travel. On Friday, the memo that I got says that there is a new development, that they have reconstituted the committee to include Dr. Adetoro, and asked the DA a question when I saw the memo. Why are we reconstituting the committee? He said, the management said that you are supposed to be represented by an SSA member. I'm not a member. I don't know whether she is, but I'm not a member. But the representative of the SSA is the new person that we are saying, that is Dr. Adetoro, coming on board to represent you. I told them at that discussion with the DA, I told the DA, I said, sir, the meeting we had last week Monday, the national representative told us at that meeting that you are a member of NASU. And I said that I am not aware of that an SSA member is also a NASU member. But he confirmed that yes, you are a member of NASU. But they said no, that you are not a NASU member, you are an SSA member.
Who said no?
DJ
Okay.
said to me that you are not a NASU member, that you are an SSA member, that you are a member because you subscribe to that SSA.
Okay, sir.
So that was why the meeting, the panel was constituted and to include an SSA member who should be your representative.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I just want to ask a few questions. Yes, sir. Are you aware that as it is today, though our union dues are being collected from us, there's no SSA any longer? Are you aware, sir?
I'm not aware.
No,
I'm not a member.
That's why I'm trying to ask this question and also to let you know. Because when the head is cut off, the rest of the body is dead. The management under Dangut, Dr. Dangut, disbanded the SSA because he said that a projection of management cannot belong to any union. There's a memo to that which on some of the videos, or one of the videos that I did, I also appended it there. So when there's no head, because it's so shocking that I'm seeing Dr. Adetoro here, because I'm not aware of when we elected him as an executive of SSA. And because I noticed that there was no more SSA, though my money is still being deducted, I opted to join a union that is vibrant, that is unkillable by any management, no matter how draconian the management can be. So, to that extent, from the word go, they had asked, they are not the one to determine for me which association I belong to. Because by the law of the land, the law of Nigeria, anybody is one of my fundamental human rights, that I can belong to any association that I so wish to belong to. And that is an inalienable right that I have. And if an association has been killed and destroyed, just because the management wants its evil, because I'm stressing on that word evil agenda to continue to be forced on the staff, I will not be a part of that arrangement. We have had more serious managements, more feared managements before Dr. Dangut came on board. They never sought to tamper with the unions that we have. They never did. So it is evil of any management to come on board and disband an association and expect me to feel that association can represent me. Because there's no association. I've said from the word go. As far as I'm concerned, the panel told me on Monday, when Madam Atini was telling me that there was a response, because I said, if you can remember vividly, that there was no reply to my mail or my objection the previous Friday that I would like to appear physically. And she said there was a response which came on that same Monday when the panel held. You know, so if the management cannot sponsor my going to Lagos, where my proper representation is, and they fostered their will on me by telling me that I do not have any rights to determine for them how the panel should go on. And the panel eventually went on, despite the fact of, of my initial objection that like you said, you would not like it to be quoted any longer, that you said 10 minutes and all of that. But eventually, you gave me ample opportunity, I thank you for that, sir, to ventilate all that I needed to ventilate, to answer all of your questions, which I did, at the end of which you said there are no more questions for me. But instead, if I have any question to ask, I should go ahead and ask. And I told you, well, what I have is just an observation. And I said my observation, the whole thing ended there. You determined the mode of meeting that you wanted. I could not, like you told me rightly, I could not have determined for you. So if it was determined, and I went through the process, and because I want you to also know that I asked questions from my representative. I asked questions from NASU that was representing me. And they told me, in fact, don't also forget that you asked me to write a report. Once a report is written in that manner, it's almost like the whole panel something is concluded. And you people were collating what was being said. Then later there was a suggestion that there should be a transcription. The transcription was done. After which there was no more meeting again, no more discussion. From what I heard, the lawyer went to Abuja for whatever reasons that she went to Abuja. I don't care. She went to Abuja. From what I could see, with what has just happened now, it is just a very clear case that meetings are being held apart from the NASU. The originally constituted, I saw the document that constituted the original panel. As far as I'm concerned, anything that is done without those 5 members complete is null and void, and I will not be a part of it. Again, I want it to be noted that there are no further evidences that I'm going to give this panel, save for the star witness, which is Dr. Amos Dangut, to be here to be cross-examined. All other evidences have been presented already. I want it to be noted also that in Article 12.7, subsection C of condition of service, says if any witness is called to give evidence, the employee shall be entitled to present and to put questions to him. I told you at the last meeting that I want that Dr. Dangut be here because it is very imperative that he has to be here because he who alleges must prove. But instead of seeing Dr. Dangut, what I'm seeing is another reconstituted panel. Where is the documentation to that panel? Even if there's a documentation, so far as I'm concerned, to that extent, it is null and void.
Hold on, sir. Please, sir, what was the last, at what point did you stop hearing? Hello, sir?
The network is bad. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay, please, at what point?
But I can't hear you. I can't hear you from here.
Well, sorry, let me also note, sir.
Can you hear me now?
When he was speaking about
Well, sorry, sir. I want to beg your pardon. Whatever you did not hear, this is one of the reasons why I said a physical panel, because this is a quasi-physical panel as far as I'm concerned. I should have been allowed to come to Lagos. Every other panel I've seen were done physically. So it will not be, I will not go back on what I have said. If you could not hear it, sir, with due respect, please revert to your recording, sir. Now, Dr. Dangut has set a precedence for suing individuals, including Kayode and Elizabeth, Kayode Ogunyade and Elizabeth Okoli, by suing them for defamation. Apart from the issue the strike issue that he took to the court, one of the issues that he took to the court is the suing for defamation. For the things I generated, those guys were posting the things I generated. He did not join me in the suit. It is because he knows the right thing to do. That was why he took them to court for defamation. But because he had a predetermined and a prejudged motive on what he wants to do to me by telling the truth about him, that is why he's going this way. And I want us to note that even in our code of conduct, there's a room for me to do what I did. And I'm going to quote it. In our code of conduct, Article 9, subsection 3, it says in page 11, it says a member of staff will be expected to expose any act of misconduct, the commission of which he knows or ought to have known to be misconduct. So, Dr. Dangut is an employee just like I am. It's not different from me just because he's the HMO. Dr. Dangut is just an employee like I am. He begged to apply to. So that is on his high horse as the HMO. It does not preclude him from the laws of the council. So I have obeyed the dictates of the code of conduct as it is in Article 9, subsection 3 of our code of conduct. Again, in the same 11, Article 9(6), it says any act of misconduct by a member of staff not expressly mentioned in this code or in any regulations operating within the council shall be reported to the registrar or head of national office, who may after consultation issue instructions as to how it should be dealt with, and the case shall be dealt with accordingly. So like I said, we are all employees, and that's what I have done to highlight his evil that he has done over the years, the atrocities that Dr. Dangut had perpetrated over the years that he was never punished for, but rather for any little thing that any staff or member of staff does, he would tweak the panel and the outcome of every panel to suit his own evil agenda. Now let me continue, sir. As it is, because there's no union here that has been representing me from day one, several meetings were held. This one, my lawyer is also not here, so this is an attempt to twist me, because he knew, I have an issue that the proceedings of the virtual meeting went against what he wanted. And it will be a shame for any member of this panel to be pandering to the will of Dangut. It will be a very big shame. The name of such people that does his bidding and decided not to be professional according to the dictates of what the council's 7 points whatever is, that person will go down in history in ignominy. Again, this meeting, because I reversed to the initially constituted panel, what we agreed today was never discussed by the panel, by the rightfully constituted panel. So to that extent, I want to say categorically and unequivocally that the outcome of what's happening here is a nullity. Now, HR stroke the panel said, I could not dictate, I've said that one before, the mode of sitting. They chose virtual, it was concluded well. But now what are we having? Another reconstitution. This has also shown, this is another evidence that, like what I said, that when Dangut is not happy with the outcome of a panel, I have so many evidences, but I will not be giving anything to this panel because this is not a panel. I will not be giving anything to this panel until we get to the point where we need to get to. This is a thing that also shows that what I have said in my video is correct. Because once something does not go to how he wants it, he will want to have his way. Not with me. I was asked questions. I'm told to submit a report, which I said earlier, which I did. The panel that was constituted had not concluded. They had not finished what they were doing. And another one was reconstituted. It's a shame. So like I said, whatever happened behind closed doors, Elijah and the other national representatives briefed me of everything. So I know that there are meetings before meetings. Well, it may not be wrong that there should be meetings before meetings. I know that in any organization or something, it will just be a few that will think of something, then they will send it to the whole house. But in this case, this meeting, assuming that maybe 2 people thought about it, and they now said, okay, let the whole house meet. This is what we are thinking. Should we go that route? And if everybody says yes, let's go that route, then it will have been, it will be something that was ratified by everybody and it will go on. But this one, what is going on now, is a travesty of justice, a rape of justice. So, like I'm saying, you said at the beginning of this meeting, sir, that they agreed that you people, the 2 of you, should come. Who are the they, sir? I would like to know who the they are.
The management. Okay. That we should come. Secretary and chairman should come.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir, for asking the question.
Be able to talk to you one-on-one physically.
Okay.
So, peradventure, they are looking at the cost implication of bringing everybody. That's why only 2 of us are here.
Okay. So, if they were actually looking at the cost implication, I believe, sir, that it would have been cheaper for them to have just brought only me to Lagos. Even if they didn't feel that I deserve to go by flights. If they thought I was criminal enough not to be able to, to go by flights. At least, even if it's by the road.
Sorry.
Yes,
sorry.
Sir.
Initially, when we invited you said you don't have money to come. And I told the secretary that you are a staff of council. This is an official assignment. That the office should give you 2 in advance to come to it. And the next reply I got from her was that you cannot come by way. She wrote, and already minuted that the GA should give us approval for you to come by air. Before the incident that you were not feeling fine. I did that. And the document is still there. I wrote that you should come by air. And that's what I'm saying. You see, in any situation, like I said, I had tried my best to excuse myself from this panel. But I was told it's not possible. And that was why, because I always try my best to be fair in any situation I find myself. Now I'm here. I'm not supposed to be here. I've done a vital error. I've committed a vital error. There is something I'm supposed to have left in the office for my secretary. I did not leave it because I did not plan that I was coming to Oka. Because the instruction given to me by my predecessor was that anywhere I'm going, I should carry the key with me. So if I had a predetermined or pre-knowledge of coming to Oka, I would have handed over the key to my secretary. Please hold it, at least in case there is an emergency. Why did not? Now they needed something from that place. They could not get it. I've told the person, you should wait till I come back because we're all in the office on Friday. The person did not say he needed anything. So that we did not give you that, we did. I said your status cannot fly, but because it is extremely necessary for you to appear, we should prepare a letter that will get approval for you to fly to Lagos, and it has been granted. It was because you said you were not feeling fine. That's why we stopped that.
Okay, but I later told you that I was okay. I was fit to come.
I got to know of that at the meeting when we were talking on Monday.
But she knows. She knows.
Wait, because if other conduct have come to the panel, just like they wrote the DA and said I should acknowledge a copy. I told them I was not addressed. They said no, because they copy us, we should acknowledge a copy, and I did. Let me tell you this. Peradventure, you don't mark what you have said. You said even Dr. Dangut is an employee of council, and so be it. And let me let you understand this. Whether we like it or not, we have something to make reference to. We are all staff of this organization. And at every point in time, we should also be guided by the fact that we are accountable to the authority. The organization is set up for a purpose. And unless we are deceiving ourselves, we all have to be accounted. Whether we like it or not, accountability is a necessity in any setup. And that is the truth.
Okay, sir. I want to let you know, sir. Probably you have not seen that place in the code of conduct.
Okay.
In the code of conduct, I read 9.3 and I read 9.6.
Yes.
So I actually wrote it down. But I think around 9.5 thereabouts, it says, if a superior officer asks you to do what is wrong, to the extent of the wrongness of that thing, you have a right to report the person to the registrar. So it is not an excuse, sir. I'm sorry, with due respect. If Dr. Dangut, who is a judge in his own matter, is telling you to do something that is wrong, it is not out of place. It is already in the code what you are expected to do, sir.
Like what?
Like what is going on now? All these things that are going on now. All this, like you said, when you set up a panel, you allow the panel to do its job. You don't interfere. From day one, this management has been interfering in the outcome of these same proceedings. First, I was told that even when I was in the hospital, it was the DA, not the panel, that asked Dr. Adedeji to come to Oka. That is an aberration. If that was going to be done, the panel will sit down and decide who we are calling as a witness. So that does not mean that you cannot reverse to the management on issues if probably there are some needs you have and they are the only ones that can provide that need. But that discussion must be made by the whole panel. This has never been done. So you can see all the aberrations that are there. And as a senior person, if you were to be in operations, sir, you have a right to be an HNO of the council as a DR. You are very much qualified. So nobody, irrespective of his rank, should be able to just order you anyhow. And you tell them whatever you are a man enough, and whatever you tell them, I will not do. Let them go to hell. But you have made your stance known. That is what is called a man, and somebody that knows his right. What I am doing today, though I am a very, very small and infinitesimal person in this council, but I know that it's within my rights to report to Dr. Dangut. So that I reported him and is seeking my outside out of the council when he's the one that's supposed to be on the hot seat. I'm ashamed. We said that part of our core values is professionalism. What is professional about that? This man, he has never come out to say that those things that is not alleged, that I said he did, that he did not do them. Please, I want you to remember, the week before I would resume, the Sunday before I would resume, the next day, after my suspension, this same Dr. Dangut called for a meeting of the cross-section of the council according to how he said it. The link was sent to me. My family went to the church. I told them to go into the church. I sat in my car and I listened to everything he did. Every point that the union raised, he debunked one after the other, whether it is true or not. Has he ever come out to say that this guy has said lies about him? He has not done that, but because he feels that he has power and has bought people, he feels that he can deal with him. He's dealing with himself. So I just want to say, the current expedition to Oka stems from meetings different from the panel's meetings, and to that extent null and void. And I also want to say, I want to put it on record, that in the history of the council, in my short history in this council, I've only spent less than 15 years. The current HR that we have, for always pandering and beholding onto the HNO, for everything, even when they know what they're supposed to do, even when they call themselves fellows and whoever of the CIPN, they are the most unprofessional and the worst in the history of the council. That's the HR that you're supposed to be in charge of human resources, taking care of the emotions, the everything about your staff. Yes, you have the power to administratively treat stuff that are wrong by staff. At the same time, they have the right also to make sure that they guard also the rights of the staff over which they are managing. But that is not what we have. They are ass lickers of the management, and it's so shameful. So with this point of mine, sir, I want to challenge the majority to do whatever they want to do. Let them do the bidding of their paymasters. At this point, I have nothing to tell this meeting any longer. If Dr. Dangut, that is the star person, star witness, if he's not here, I have nothing to say. If Nasu is not here, I'm saying nothing. If my lawyer is not here, I'm saying nothing. I have no evidence. Everything I need to present has been presented. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate you. You have said a lot, but let me correct some impression. I'm always a very friendly person, but I'm not an easy person to come with when it comes to my job. I don't know whether I've said to you before, but being a chairman of panel, I think this will be the 6th time being the chairman of a panel, and I've not been found wanting sharing any panel. I only take instruction based on what assignment given to me. I don't do anybody's bidding. I have never and I will not do. I will follow the instruction based on the rule as it is set by the system. I will obey the rule. Like I said to you, I did not constitute the panel. The director of administration did. And the director of administration, by virtue of his position, is a member of management. So I don't have power to change anything. And because I saw a change in the constitution of that panel, I asked questions. And that was why when you asked me, I told you exactly my reply. The reply I got from him, the feedback I got from him. That was what I told him. I did not confirm that. But he told me, yes, they did that because you are a member of SSA. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know of you, there is still SSA. The only thing there is that he said, those of us that line management staff, we cannot be a member. And that was why I ceased to be a member. And the issue of whether somebody is doing the bidding of, we are not doing the bidding of anybody. The panel members are doing the bidding of this panel, not the bidding of Dr. Dangut or any management staff. We are not. The essence of me coming here today is because of the letter, a protest letter written by Nasu, of which I said was not addressed to me. It was not addressed to the panel. but it was copied to the panel, and the panel should have a copy. And when I connected, God, I was the one that acknowledged the receipt of that document. I read through, and I passed it to the secretary to send to members that they should look at what we received. I did not see it necessary for me to raise any issue on it. It was the director of Abit that saw that memo that said, no, that this memo that I saw that was received from NASU, I must respond. And I told I don't have anything to respond there. That whatever they want, they should decide. It is not my business. When the memo was not addressed to me, I don't think I have the right to reply to their memo. And he said, okay, if that is the case, the management will decide on what to do. And the decision they have taken is what you are seeing. I don't have power to challenge management on the decision they want to take. I would have even been happier if they reconsidered the whole panel as a fresh, bringing another set of people. Because as I'm talking to you, my work is suffering. Because I'm in Oka, my own primary assignment is suffering. So there is nothing like any member of this panel, including the newly constituted panel. The new member, none of us is doing the bidding of any management. We are doing the work given to us by the authority as it is constituted, and that is it. So I know you have the right to protest. I don't have any problem with that. I also know that you also have the right under the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to have a fair hearing. And one of the ways to have a fair hearing based on the memo written by the NASU was that we should physically talk to you. And when the management deemed it fit and granted both the chairman and the secretary that we should come and face you physically, I was happy. That you also will be happy that, oh, we are meeting you physically. Like I said, the issue of the 10 minutes I mentioned, it was because you are just recovering. And I look at it, do we need to stress this young man that has just come back from the hospital? That was why I said it was 10 minutes. But we could see, throughout that day you were with us. Except for the time you said you want to eat. You were with us all through the day. I was also happy, despite the fact that we could not start on time, I was happy that we were able to discuss some issues. And it brought a total different approach to the matter on the ground. And I was pleased, only for the memo to surface the following day. I don't know what to do. And since then, the secretary said I would not have any meeting because I could not say anything further. I was waiting. And when the DA called and said that they got a memo, I said yes, that you copied us. That I was the one that acknowledged it. So there is no way anybody is influencing this panel. And there is no way this panel will rubber stamp anything. If we want to do anything, we'll base what we're going to do on information readily available to us. We are not going to deviate from that. And that is it.
Okay, sir, let me start from where you stop, sir. That the panel will do the right thing and they will not rubber stamp. They will not rubber stamp anything. You know, the Yoruba, one Yoruba adage says that the eye that will stay till the end, till death, will not be having stuff. I don't know, I've forgotten what the wax coming from the eye. I expect that the panel that wants to do the right thing would have told the management, no, we cannot reconstitute another panel. We have standing members. That's one. Number two, I expected that the panel would have finished what they started because, as I was reliably told by Elijah, when they were trying to wrap up everything to produce the report of the panel, this last panel, that at first they wanted to be listening to the recordings and now be putting down what has been said and all of that. But that he agreed initially, but when he now noticed that those things were just being paraphrased and not being captured well, that there was an insistence, probably from his own part, that they should listen to everything like word for word and be able to capture the true spirit of what is being said. And to that extent that there was, they noticed that the whole thing would take so long, so they asked that it should be, somebody suggested, maybe him, that it should be transcribed. And that was the last agreement of the panel. And that after he had done that on behalf of the panel, when he came the next day, he was trying to get across to the lawyer, that's lawyer Kemi, I don't know her surname now, please forgive me. And she was trying to get across, he was told that she had traveled to Abuja, that he was trying to also get across to you, you were not picking his calls, and that later he had to come to your office and persuade the guy there, maybe your PA or something, to allow him see you. So all of this has shown, or all of this have shown rather, that it seemed as if the outcome was not playing to what was wanted by the management, and that is the reason for all of this. Because I don't know the word to use. It is so belittling of WAEC that a new member will be introduced into the panel. That's because I belong to SSC that is dead. Can anybody tell me who the executives of the SSC currently are, and who is the president of the SSC? There's no president, but I stand to be corrected. There are no ESCOs. So when there's no head, everything goes rudderless, and that's why Dr. Dangut is able to do whatever he wanted to do. You know, other HNOs have been having their way, but they used to curry, you know, the liking of the unions. But not that you kill them totally, and you now go and bring somebody from that place that is unknown to everybody. That's totally unfair, and that is not fair hearing. I chose NASU. I chose to also join NASU. Yes, I have not recanted my membership of the SSA. I believe that one day the pharaoh on the throne will leave, and a new king will be enthroned that loves justice and will bring back the glory if there was any of the SSA. But until that is done, I have a right to be a part of NASU because I know that NASU can resist the will of the management. I put it to Dr. Adetoro that is here, that if management, if Dr. Dangut tells him to sign what he has pre-planned or prejudged, he cannot say he will not sign. He cannot. And if the chairman of the panel could not tell Dr. Dangut that what you are doing is not the way to go, it's wrong, then who is Dr. Adetoro to tell the HNO that he will not sign? So, to that extent, I want that one to be noted. So, and I want us to know that the protest, according to what I was told, the protest was done. The protest letter was written because of the second draft that had already written termination or dismissal, which was never discussed. And if I remember very vividly too, you also distanced yourself from that second draft, that you have not even seen it, let alone knowing what is there. So if there was a second draft, without the panel members knowing, and nobody refuted that claim, then it shows clearly that Dr. Dangut is in charge of everything that is happening here. Then another thing I want us to note finally, before I allow you to continue, sorry, is that the HR, like I said, being the worst HR in the history of the council, the current acting head of the place, when it comes to a panel that has to do with Dr. Dangut, she's saying that she's signing on behalf of Dr. Dangut. That every division of the council is under the HNO. It's not to the extent that professionally the HNO will be dictating. That's why when I said that, he's running a one-man show, all these things are just proofs. There are no proofs for me to bring. All of us are seeing the proofs. When the head of HR will be saying he's signing on behalf of Dr. Dangut for a panel in which Dr. Dangut is the star witness and the complainant. I want us to look at this thing, with an unbiased mind. Are we doing the right thing? That's my last question, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Adetoro.
Yes, sir.
You will be the first to respond. SSA.
Mr. Ashama, sir.
Yes, SSA. Where is your chairperson?
Let me stand on the protocol.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Mr. Afaniwo, let me remind you that no, we don't have elective officials that are currently managing SSA. But we have a well-constituted Judicial Committee in place. And it's been managed by Mr. Ayola, as you are aware of that.
I am not, sir.
And I want to also remind you that I'm not responsible to anybody because I was nominated by SSA. Because I was nominated by SSA and I'm responsible to SSA. And I want to believe that it was at the instance of the principles of natural justice and fairness that I was nominated. It also be a member of the panel. Because based on your rank in the council, you are a statutory member of SSA. And that was the reason I'm here. So from what you have said so far, it appears you have lost confidence in the panel because of the first member that was newly introduced. So I don't think that will be fair enough to me because I'm not being manipulated by anybody. It was just with them that I got that nomination from SSA, and that is the committee that is managing the affairs. So it's not that maybe all the positions in the SSA are vacant. No. So that is just to correct that impression. Thank you.
Sorry, sir. Can I ask him a question, sir? Okay. Sorry, at which meeting of the SSA was the caretaker committee constituted, sir?
Well, I cannot be telling you at length that. But if we were on the platform, we will remember when the former SSA handed over, SSA chairman, the president of the Samaritans, pronounced the constitution of the committee and handed over to Mr. Ayola. I think you were on that platform, and you also were part of the people that saw the announcement, the reports. And since that time, Mr. Ayola has been acting as chairman of the committee of SSA. And all the matters related to SSA, he has been attending to all the matters related to SSA.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the answer. I want to remind you, because when Matthias talked about handing over to a caretaker committee, I was one of those people that said there was no. If you can check the history, that there's no more SSA. There's no more SSA. If a caretaker committee must be constituted, it will be by the generality of the House, pending when an appropriate election will be done. There was nothing like that. He had no such powers to do such. He had no such powers to do such. And none of you had ever thought on that platform to introduce yourselves to us that you are now in charge. So up to me, I'm sorry to say, sir, all these things that you are saying are just cover up, with due respect. Now, another thing I want you to know, sir, is that you cannot represent me. You lack what it takes to represent me. Thank you, sir.
Yes, please talk.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, the Secretary of the panel, we appreciate your presence. That we have had all that you have said, and I place my duty to make these comments and ask some questions. Let me start with membership. In most of our higher institutions, talking about universities, college education, polytechnic, there exist nursing members. And on the other hand, I've asked you, I've senior staff of our polytechnic and other college education. Can you give us an instance where an nursing member decided to join nursing member, to join nursing union, simply because of the reason case continuing?
Okay, well, I'm not in the university.
And then,
okay,
also, as we are blaming the worst the worst management, or a lot of things, I also expect you to, sometimes what your words when you are talking is also very important. You can stand on whatever you have behind your mind, but I think it is also very important to say no, and then to take on whatever you are going to say. The anti-HLM, I think it is not wrong for her, not only her, all other management members, and then cascade it down to us and follow up on it is not wrong for us to pick any issue and make our post to seek guidance or clarification. So on this note, I don't see the reason why the kind of castigating the human resource division. Then you talked about the constitution of the panel. I want to ask you if there is any wrong chance so that management will reconstitute this panel. The first panel has not who dissolved the probably did not agree with that. And then not even after that, let's be that's. And I want to still ask the issue of SSA again. When you are added to be leaving the SSA from NASA, have you written officially to deregistration? And if you have not done that, are you still paying for what is your stance? If you are still paying you, may have it in front of your mind that you are still an SSA member. But if you have written, go to this text. And if you are not doing anything, as long as you are contributing, I think you will still know that organization. You say you were not feeling hearing. Now, two members of the panel will still have listened. If the three of us are not here, I want to give those two people constitute a committee. And they are enough to interview. So if you are getting here and giving to those who are all you expected, all the entire what are you? So we are also here to ensure that we have a full virtual. And I think there is nothing wrong in inviting the doctor to come and ascertain the true state of health, so that the panel will have enough information about you and about where or how to attend the meeting. Thinking about your economic levels because of your lawyer, I want to believe that as you are there in Oka, you can equally invite your lawyer to come to Oka and witness the decision. State management decided that that is done at Oka. You are ready to come. Because now, like, invite your lawyer to come and so I can go to the lawyer observe what we made a lot of saying that you made a lot of ideas in the course of your presentation. And I want to give you an asked to present concrete evidence about what these things are. You said, Kemi, Barista Kemi, going to Abuja, you are informed, going to Abuja. Probably thought you came to Abuja to attend a separate meeting still in your own case. Why? When they go to the very important here, why would you come to Abuja just because of your to hold another meeting? Because the meeting taking place in another meeting, that's what I'm saying. You put it down and put it. We need to rectify all these things. Don't allow all these personal interests to kind of approach your eyes and begin to say the things that you cannot defend the Western class. So please, I advise to criticize then all these powerful words or challenges they And I think that I will consider what this is saying. It's not the money of the developers that is this. On the streets. Oh, I want like this. So please, I want you to, or whatever I have done to find a way for I'm going to this because all this, go and do something for me. Thank you. So, Chairman. In addition to what just the other said, let me add one or two things to what I said earlier.
Please go ahead.
No petitions were calculated. They were sent to SSC platform. So at that point, SSC managers became invested. They were invested in the petitions. And I think that it's one of the reasons why SSA has nominated a representative to be on the panel, at least to see into the issue. And it also clearly shows that they are also one of the members of the association because of your petitions that were posted to the panel. So, just like Leslie Amda said, to me, it's just in the interest of hearing and that's why it does it. So that there will be justice at the end of the day. So, thank you, Mr. Manuel.
Okay, so may I speak, sir? Thank you. So let me start from Dr. Adetoru. Although you did not tell us when you became a doctor, so that I will come and enjoy the largest. So I will still come for my own later. So our petitions we talked about the petitions that are released on the SSA platform. And that is why you now deem it fit to come and represent me. I released that petition on the SSA platform so that we managers, because I knew that what Dr. Dangut was doing had no respect for your positions, whether you are national staff or international staff. I like that. I like people who do whatever they want to do, irrespective of the post, whether you are a manager or not. I don't believe in you deal with national staff anyhow, then you make the international staff, so to speak, sacred cows that should not be touched. But that should be when that person himself is clean. Once again, although I've been warned to mind what I say, I maintain that Dr. Dangut is not clean. His atrocities is worse rather than that of any other member of the council. I stand by it and I will continue to say it. Now, look at when the SSA now remember that the so-called SSA now remembered that they have a voice and a representation. You are coming on board to represent me. You even never discussed anything with me as to what are my grievances. If you are representing me, just like a lawyer representing somebody, you ask me certain questions. NASU has shown leadership, though they are not supposed to be the leaders. So that even when I'm going wrong, they call me to order, they advise me on what to do. What advice, as the so-called representative, have you given to me on how to go about my matter? But now, because somebody wants to the answer, somebody wants to work from answer to question, you now remembered that you are there. When nobody has complained about the initial constitution, nobody has complained that the national people that were there, they are not doing well, or they misbehaved to that extent, they should not represent me any longer. Nobody said that. And I don't even know whether anybody, because I don't see any, I was not told of anything that brought anybody at loggerheads with anybody, to the extent that one of the members will be delisted. So if there's any representation to the management that the national member has done wrongly, and that is why they pushed him out, I've not heard of that. I'm yet to hear of that. So it's too late. And none of you, except Mrs. Adimat, came up to speak against injustice. None of you has the liver to speak against injustice, except that woman. And from what I also gathered, she was queried for it. A panel was also set. We are living in a draconian system. And I have no reservations or apologies about that. Now, let me go to Mr. Zakaria or Alaji Zakaria. Sorry if I'm not getting your designation rightly. You talked about what I said. Okay, Alaji sir. You talked about meeting, inside meeting. What I meant by that, I'm not saying that the lawyer does not have a right to go and attend any meeting that she so wishes or she has been asked to go and attend. I never said so. What I'm saying is that I noticed that the majority are meeting aside the national member, whereas there's no such provision for it. Whatever we have to be discussed will be discussed by everybody. When the national member writes a majority report, it's when he does not believe in what has been done, or if he has certain objections about what was done or certain decisions. But for you to exclude him and be taking some decisions or be taking directives outside of him, it's not right. Once a panel has been given a job to do, if the panel has the autonomy, it's supposed to be independent. It is when the panel has a need that the management should be aware of, that everybody will discuss it, and such provisions will be made by the management. But nothing of such has been done. You talked about allegations, concrete evidence. In all the videos I did, that was why I attached evidences there. The evidence is there. There are many. So that nobody will say he's just giving he's a rabble rouser, he's a disgruntled person because he was punished, and that's why he's rabble rousing. So all the evidences that are needed, they have been provided. Well, Alhaji also talked about, Alhaji Zakaria also talked about me inviting my lawyer to Oka. Like I said, my lawyer is in Lagos. You people, I don't understand what you people are doing, so I could not have invited my lawyer to Oka, because in the first place, when I asked my national representative, are you aware of this meeting? He said no. So to that, yeah, because of the fact that that meeting was not at the instance or in togetherness with the national member, I just thought you people came on excursion to Oka to just come and see how Oka looks like. That's what I feel. So I could not have wasted my money when I don't know the actual intent, because as far as I'm concerned, the whole panel has been concluded. What was supposed to be done was report writing, which
Sorry, before you continue, were you not invited to the city?
I was invited, like I told you.
Then why did you say that people are coming for discussion? What kind of discussion is that?
Yes, sir. Now,
Were you not aware?
I was aware
Not
that.
a meeting.
Okay.
How can you compare meeting and discussion?
Please, can you allow me to answer your question, sir?
When management send people to go out for discussion.
Can you allow me to answer that, sir? When I asked my
I'm going to answer it. I'm going to wait. I'm going to answer it.
Okay, sir.
Please, I repeat. Can you withdraw that vote to use discussion, please?
Okay, well, if I would withdraw it, maybe I would say they just came on a courtesy visit. That's how I would see it.
Okay, you were invited.
I was invited, but because my representative is not aware of this.
You were invited to the purpose. State that because you were invited, not you have it behind the matter, you don't keep opening the discussion, opening it, courtesy visit. We will not accept that.
Okay.
All this works, and then take it as a meeting and give us the reason why you don't invite your lawyer here.
Okay, I accept it as a meeting, and the meeting is being held right now. And the reason why my lawyer is not here is because this meeting is unknown to the national person representing me. So that's about that. Then you talked.
You know, according to record, is that you are still a member of the SSA.
Yes, I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm taking everything.
Right? The SSA representative is here.
Now, okay. On this particular panel, I have a right to determine who represents me. I have that right. It's an inalienable right. SSA is dead. There's no SSA. There's no caretaker committee. I repeat that. There's no caretaker committee. So to that extent, nobody in SSA can represent me. Has anybody in SSA spoken? Nobody. Nobody in SSA has spoken. Everybody is pandering to the will of the management because of favors or whatever. For me, you can kill me, you can destroy me, but you cannot destroy the truth. And that's why I will always speak my truth.
No member of the SSA is looking for any favors from any other business.
Okay, you can say that, sir. With due respect, sir.
Under an organization, and that organization has the leader.
Okay.
So for you to say maybe with the SSA members are looking for anything, maybe are not looking for anything from any other business.
But I expected that since I have asked for a witness, I have asked for a star witness, sir. Yes, sir.
Alhaji, please, can you hold on? Let him respond first, please. You still have the opportunity to talk. Please, allow him to respond first, please.
So, like I was saying, I asked for my star witness. My star witness is Dr. Dangut, Dr. Amos Josiah Dangut. So this much was said at the last panel meeting that was held last Monday. I expect now, since I have called for that witness, it's both a complainant and a witness. And the code of conduct, like I quoted, gave me the authority or the power to cross-examine him. He's not here today. By him or whoever or the management telling you people to do this job, even if it is not in your terms of reference, the code of conduct and the principle of fairness has also implicitly implied that he must be called here to respond to some things. But these people, like sorry, sir, you said that you are not pandering to anybody's will, you are not looking for any favors. If you are not looking for any favors, they have given you the power, then you come to him, Dr. Dangut. We have a precedent. The Okuta panel that held during the government of Obasanjo was one of the witnesses. He was part of those people that stood in the dock. He did not say because he was the head of state of the country that he will not stand in the dock. He was interviewed. This panel has the power to do that. So, the doctor did not come to see me. He said, first, like I said, it was not this panel, but the rightly constituted panel. Because this panel, for me, I'm sorry to say, please forgive me, but it's a joke. I'm sorry, sir. But that is my own. You cannot take the right of telling it as it is from me, just because I want to be respectful. I've not called Dr. Dangut a madman or a fool. So if I say that maybe it was HRM, that is my own view. I have the right to my view, and that right cannot be taken from me. So the doctor did not come to see me. He came to do the bidding of his paymaster, and he who pays the piper dictates the tune. He did not, because I told him I was incapacitated to the extent of coming to the office. There were situations in this office. One of our staff that died recently. I paid several visits to his home to go and visit them before he eventually died. And when he died, I still went there. If he was sent from Lagos with expensive flight fare, if he was put in the hotel for several days, and he was sent because of me, and he will collect overnight, and he could not come and see the person that is sick. It's so unfortunate because the Hippocratic oath that he took, what he did is totally against it. Then you talked about the issue of fair hearing, that the two people that are here, because they are here physically, that amounts to fair hearing, and also that we can now have some people joining virtually. Anything that is doctored to achieve an aim, especially when the star witness is not here, when another introduction has been made of somebody that has no bearing to represent me has now been brought in. It shows that because they felt they met a resistance in NASU, then let us do a kangaroo thing. Let's remove them from it. For me, it's being noted that this panel, I'm sorry to say, that's my own view, is a kangaroo panel. I'm sorry to say, but that's my view. Now, you said I've not left the SSA. Yes, I've not left the SSA. And that was why, because I noticed that SSA platform is a very small platform. That's whatever is put there can be like contained within that small platform. And it is meant to be for managers. That's why I actually put what I put on the SSA platform. So, but there's no limit. If there's any limit to the number of associations I can join, let anybody bring it out of the code of conduct or the condition of service that we have now. So I have not resigned my membership of the SSA. I remain fully a member of the SSA, and I look forward to a day when that association will regain its pride of place, if it ever had any pride of place in the first place, where anybody that is put there as the head will say, well, Dr. Dangut or whoever is the HNO, I am representing my people, just like NASU is doing. I'm representing my people. So you cannot tell me to shut up, or you cannot disband me, because there's no place, there's no constitution, no management meeting, no management resolution can stop a standing association if it's actually an association. So I have not resigned my membership of the SSA because there's no limitation. If there's another association tomorrow that comes up, I am free to join. I'll be paying dues there. So that is the answer to that. We talked about wrong constitutional panel. I think that one has been answered. Then she said I should mind what I'm saying concerning what's HNO, what's HRM or something like that. Well, I did not say. Well, I still believe that Dr. Dangut is the worst HNO. But before I did not even mention that. I said he's the most atrocious HNO and the worst by all standards. And that is my own scorecard about Dr. Dangut. I have not abused him. I've just said that the quality of his HNO-ship is below par, very, very abysmal. And I have no reservations about that. When you talked about, I should give you, or me giving you a university where a senior staff has gone to join the Junior Staff Association. Like I've told you, I am free to join as many associations I wish to join. That's number one. Number two, I want to ask you, sir, in which university have you ever seen that a management, no matter how autocratic or tyrannic it may be, disbanded the union? They said, whoever does what has never been done before will see what has never been seen before. So, because the HNO is doing what has never been done, we are one of the greatest people as HNO, and the most feared persons that have been HNO in this council since I've joined is Mr. Adenipekun. Even the mere citing of Adenipekun is enough to elicit fear from you. But Adenipekun endeared the unions to himself. He took part in the elections that brought national representative. I was part of that election. We lost that election. We could see his hand in it. But he had the right to do so behind the back. I also know of the SSA at that time that he was there. He also took part in the voting. He did not seek to kill the SSA. So there's nothing about an HNO wanting people that will do his bidding to be in the help of leadership. There's nothing bad there. He has that right. But for you to want to kill an association to attain to be able to achieve your selfish goals is appalling. Thank you.
Okay, Alaji. Alaji.
We can't get you, sir. Sorry.
Is it not?
I think you have muted.
Yeah. Okay. Do you still have anything to say on that?
I went to the way but I still want to let you know that it's about SSC. But you should say that he has my join. And I felt, going further, in this system, we have the professors who are not members of the management. Then we have other lecturers who are also members. But I'm not saying a situation where the professors of management join the strike of the other younger members of the association. But they, as a public way, they don't know about that.
All right, thank you. Yes, I want to respond to some of the issues raised. Okay, Kemi. Hello, Kemi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have the floor. You can talk.
Yes, sir. Okay, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kayo.
No one, ma.
Alright, I've got some things I wanted to address, and they were addressed by the person I don't think the statistics. But I'll start with this. I'll start with this factor, and I want to use the fact that you have a right to your own opinion. you have the right to say anything. But it will help you not to cast aspersions of different characters, or different manipulations when you cannot do something. So I think where Betty was coming from, telling you to be careful with your point of view. I think it was advising you about it. I'll tell you that example of what you said in not in the issue of the person. When you are living in a particular thing, and you're talking about the people, I think you should be very careful about your words and the fact that you need to do something for calling them the word you do. I don't understand in the whole thing. Then second, the word for this thing. I know I can say, when you're going to say what you're thinking there, is the fact that I like to say that you're still the member of all the things. And from everything you said, you're not going to go on and it's not reaching to say that you're a member, that you're no longer a member of everything, that you're a member of nothing. But I remember our last discussion, where we're discussing you don't make a member of nothing at that time. And from records, I believe you can correct your view that it's so developed and senior staff application, and also believe that you are a senior staff as a member. But if you look at the staff, yeah, it's like the Niger Students, the removal return, that we were paraphrasing, we didn't get the correct. When I correct me for things that I wrote down, now we're paraphrasing the things that we said. Our case has failed them, and myself is nothing and it's a member of dancing. And nothing was coming down because we wanted to capture everything that we had there. And so nobody paraphrased anything. So I want to clear that right now. I don't know where it's a member got that from, and I'm correcting that letter right now. But the next thing is that no example of code of conduct. Yes, the code of conduct is our one of our valuables of the staff of the country. So if you don't talk about the fact that you protect my view of the code of conduct, I want you to like, sorry, I'm going to get for it on my phone.
Sorry, Kemi, we can barely hear you.
Oh, hello, man.
Yeah, maybe speak a bit louder.
Oh, okay. All right. But I hear you now.
It's a bit better.
Hello.
It's a bit better.
Okay. So I was talking about code of conduct. When we went to code of conduct, we talked about Article 93. I want to read the code of conduct that we read. When you talk about Article 93 of the code of conduct, yes, you have the right to talk about any conduct. Sorry, you know, exactly like this is there. But when you talk about any act of member of staff that is because that's mentioned, a member of staff is expected to approve any act of misconduct. The commission of duty raised or also approve the misconduct. Then, since any act of misconduct by a member of staff, not especially in the school or in any of the person in council, shall be subject to the officer or other mentality. This is after conversation, teaching instructions as to how it is done, and that is the result of the and if you want to pass the form of the same code of conduct that you could Part 4 talks about the topic to sweat the following the level of data because the effect of using the whole of the work of the act the insurance between all the other paragraphs. I know that the use of the code of conduct the member of staff will respect for something to civil officer or the public authority in fact the code of conduct is with regard to the following of the assembly order, immediate supervisor, head of department, head of division, head of region of the register. So the fact that you are doing not to understand the right thing, and you think that I also maintain because I know that I asked you that is the last time we spoke. I'm also maintaining that this is the right thing according to the code of conduct that I am pushing forward. Then another thing is the fact that when you say that there is no exit for the SSC, you can sorry, the clarification is right when you come to that there is a caretaker committee for the SSC. And the fact that if you can give it or if you have possibility at the beginning of the year, when everyone has to pay as well as not to have to. I remember the day that we had representative of the caretaker committee of the SSC. The first day of the session, if I'm very correct. So I think the thing that we should do when we are looking the work are very, very, so if you cannot, I'm thinking from the legal aspect right now, if you cannot prove something against somebody, it's also about the way you come back to our of the legal character. Thank you.
So,
you want to say something?
yeah, what
Yes, right. Because I asked one or two things.
okay.
Okay.
So, about caretaker committee, I still maintain that there's no caretaker committee. If there's any caretaker committee, they're just taking care of themselves alone. And probably taking care of the monies that they are drawing from people, but not the people. So there's no caretaker committee. They may be taking care of the money in whichever way that suits them and taking care of whatever. I said, may, please take note. They may be taking care of the money, but they are not taking care of the human resources that they are supposed to take care of. Because how many of them, who out of them, have spoken to me about my grievances and how to address it until today when there's a need for a kangaroo panel? So that's that. And you talked about have I followed the procedure? I've answered this question before and I still reiterate that I followed it. Now, if you check the wordings of that part that you just read, they said a member of staff may choose to follow it this way. May. We all read English. When you say may, even if you want to say legally, it means another thing. it shows that there's no compulsion about it, especially when you look at, because if you go to the COS, that's the condition of service, it even explains it more, that you first go to your BC. If your BC cannot take care of it, you go to, if you cannot take care of it, you know, that is looking at a situation, a scenario where it is something that a BC should attend to. But when it is not something that a BC can attend to, and when it is not something that even the HNO has proven not to be capable of attending to it by its entrance for blocking appeals, because if appeals were allowed, we would naturally allow everything to flow naturally. Let the A and F be the ones to answer. But Dr. Dangut likes to block through the HR, and when I say the worst HR, I still maintain it. So they like to block, and they will warn you specifically, don't try it again in your life. So, and this thing is in writing, and I've given an evidence before, so it's still before you, so I don't need to give any further evidence to that. So, reporting procedure, when they say may, it's not the issue we're talking about is an issue that should be dealt with by the A&F. So, when they say may, it shows that you can, if your own thinking, it cannot go this route, then the important thing is send it to who it has to get to, but let it be registered through that path. And I have given evidence of how I sent it also through my BC. It was duly stamped and registered in the mail-in register. So I followed everything duly. Then, talking about Code of Conduct 93, I'm sorry, I don't know what you said about that one, if you can remind me. Or maybe 94 or something. Are you with me, ma? Okay.
Yes, I am. Don't worry about 90. I read from 94. I read 90. And I went to the
Okay, good. So, I think I've taken care of that by saying that I have the right to report Dr. Dangut by the provisions of that part. Then, being a member of NASU, I've said this over and over. I am a member of NASU. I'm paying dues in both places. I'm paying dues in SSA. I've not recanted my membership. I'm also paying dues in NASU. In fact, recently I still donated to one of their courses too. So you cannot tell somebody which membership that he can be a part of. That is not within the rights of anybody within the council, as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. In saying what I cannot substantiate, what else? What more do you want me to substantiate? I said an HR is blocking appeals of people, and they put it in writing. And HR is signing for the head of national office, when the head of national office is not supposed to be a judge in his own matter, and the HR is not aware of that, despite the fellowships and whatever that are memberships of associations that they're supposed to be a part of. And we are saying that I cannot substantiate. What more substantiation do you want? Thank you. Yes, sir.
Thank you, everybody. I noted some things I want to talk about. Mr. Fadion.
Yes, sir.
This panel that is set up is an independent panel. Like you said, you have the right to your view. But I'm saying it to you, there was no way a panel will be set up and that panel will be guided by anybody. The issue has always been that after the panel has concluded its report, they have to submit to someone. And that has been the way we have been doing it. So it's not a new thing. That is that. Then, going further, you said there was a meeting within meeting or outside the panel meeting. That was nothing like that. The only time that we had a meeting and the national representative, that was Comrade Omuyade, that he was not there, was when he said he was going for a meeting before coordination. And that meeting, it was just 3 of us that met. I met with the secretary and I said, invite the lawyer. That all those things that we have received, put them together. That was the meeting. That meeting did not last 5 minutes. So there was never a time we sat down and luckily, Alhaji Zakari is hearing me. There was never any other time we had any meeting apart from the one that was held on Monday. Because we were advised. I said we should close the meeting and submit our report as it is. The DA said no, you cannot. That don't forget, you have not spoken with Mr. Fadion. Until you have spoken with him, hold on till it's back in the office. And that was exactly what we, all the documents, the compilation, we kept them with the secretary. We were waiting for you to return to the office so that we'll be able to talk to you. So there was never any other meeting that was held. Nobody held any meeting after that. Because one of the things that we don't want to do is to be seen as being biased. Because when we had another meeting, at the back of the meeting, somebody will accuse us that we are biased, we don't want to follow. And let me tell you, in a situation like this, when we have not heard from you, there's no way we run into any conclusion. And that was why I told you that report, the second draft that they said we have submitted, we did not submit it. Up till now, we did not submit any because we don't have the power to do that. We have to conclude before we submit any report. They called us our report. We said we have not concluded. The only thing they have done was to have put together what we have discussed. And that was all. Then, let me tell you this. You mentioned your lawyer. There's nobody that says your lawyer cannot appear in the panel. If you invite the lawyer to either Lagos or invite the lawyer to Oka, it can appear. But it does not have the capacity to represent you. You will only be there as an observer. because this is not a law court. He will only be there to be seen that he's there as your lawyer. And peradventure, those of us that are angry might guard our utterances proudly. But for me, I don't have anything to be annoyed about. Like I said, you are an employee of council. I'm also an employee of council because I wrote to apply. I applied, I wanted to be a staff of the organization. So that is how it is. Now, going forward, you said you have the right to be represented. Mind you, in a panel, you can only be represented by two types of people. And the category of people that you can be represented by either INASU or SSA. You don't have any other right. And that's why I mentioned to you clearly that even your lawyer, assuming your lawyer is here, he will only be seated be listening to us. He cannot say anything because this is not a law court. It's just a panel. Like you said the other day, we were saying that it's an investigation. I said, no, it's a disciplinary. Well, this is not a disciplinary panel. If there's going to be a disciplinary panel, it will come separately from this one. It's just to investigate. Is it true or false? And that was why you are equally important. Because if you remember vividly, on Monday, last week Monday, the question I asked you that all these we have in the video and the write-up are they from you? And you answer in affirmative that they are from you. So now, going forward, you mentioned the star witness, Dr. Amos Dangut. You said he ought to be here so that you also cross-examine. Like I said to you, we are not in the law court. If we invite Dr. Dangut, our report will say so. And let me point out to you, one of the things you don't get in this matter, you are mentioning the code of conduct, you are mentioning, there is another important thing that you have forgotten. And that is the oath of secrecy. Going about what you have given out, what does the oath of secrecy say about them? So the issue of Dr. Dangut is not an issue, as far as I'm concerned. That you defame him, it's left to him. He can go to court. If you feel so agreed that you defame him, he can go to court and seek redress. He can take you to any court of law to go and seek redress that you defame him. That is if you so desire. That one is not an issue at all. And that's why inviting him as a witness does not arise in this case. And finally, you mentioned Dr. Adedeji. Dr. Adedeji was given the mandate by management, not by the panel. And what they tried to do is to ascertain the status of your health. I was just brief in passing. It was not sent to the panel. And when we met on that day, the representative of NASU was there, Comrade Ogunade was with us. And I mentioned in that meeting that I learned from the DA that Dr. Adedeji was sent to come and check on you to ascertain your health status. And I remember he fled up. Why are they dictating to the panel? I said to him, they are not dictating to the panel. The panel is doing its own work. The only thing they are doing is to be sure that you are fit to appear, because we have, as at that time, we have the deadline for submission of report of the panel was 30th of June. I know you must have seen that. It was 30th of June. And what he wanted to do is to ascertain that you can come and face the panel and say your own side of the story. Finish. And that was why he was sent here. That he should go to the hospital, check you in the hospital, and confirm how you are faring. Unfortunately, the report we got was that we are not in the hospital. True of us, I don't know. I did not come to Oka. The first time I'll be in Oka since I left in 2021 is yesterday afternoon. That will be the first time. Not one. I don't have anything I will come and do here. But the truth of the matter is, there is nobody in this organization. When you say somebody is sick, suddenly somebody falls sick, the first thing that will come to mind is, can we have the doctor to check on that person? And I don't think that is out of place. You might not like the idea. It does not state the fact that it was a wrong move. It was just an honest way of ascertaining that you are okay or not. And that's all. And since that time up to today, when he came back, the feedback we got that he did not see you. And we tried to reach the doctor. We called the doctor. He was not ready to talk to us. And we dropped the side. We only reported that we called the doctor. If you have seen anything about that, we only reported that we called the doctor. But the doctor said he doesn't want to have anything to do with that. He has given the doctor that came to see him everything that if we need anything, we should go and it's okay. And that ends the matter. So he did not do anything wrong. And management did not do anything wrong. Even in the game of soccer, when people are playing football match and one of the players of a particular team fall down, the next thing they will refer to is the medic. They should come and check. The referee will blow a whistle for them to halt the game, come in and check and ascertain that this person can either continue or should be removed from the pitch. That is the rule. So there is no hidden agenda at all, nothing at all. So that is what I wanted to clear.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
So may I respond, sir?
You are free.
Okay. Like going by the analogy you gave, that the referee will call on the medics to come and check. But if he does not make that call, play will continue. So in that same vein too, the job of administering, just like the job of administering a football match is left to the referee and his linesmen and the VAR people. It is still the referee at the center that will make that call that we need medics to come in. But in your case, sir, you were not the one that called. You just said it now. It's on record. You were not
hold on.
Yes, sir.
I informed the DA.
Okay.
That I launched you were sick. I got a video from the head of HRM.
Okay.
That you were sick. That I don't know the state of your health. And that was the reason why he called me. Dr. Adedeji has already even reached Oka before he called me. Before Dr. Adedeji did not call me. It was the DA that told me that the matter that I told him that as he's speaking with me, Dr. Adedeji is already in Oka to see you. And that was why when we got, this was Sunday, he called me on Sunday. I spoke with him on Friday. He called me on Sunday to inform me. And Monday, when we were meeting, that was the first thing I said to the panel that, I'm sorry, I got an information from the DA that Dr. Adedeji was sent to come and check on you.
Okay, sir.
And that was all.
Okay, sir. Please, sir, I want to ask if Dr. Adedeji told you that he spoke with me. He came on Saturday to Oka, according to what I heard. Did he tell you that I was still at the hospital on Friday when he spoke with me in the presence of the doctor?
Okay.
Did he tell you that, sir?
I did not talk to Dr. Adedeji. Like I said.
No, because from what I heard, sir.
Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
I did not send Dr. Adedeji
Yes.
on an errand. So asking him a question will look somehow.
You are the one in charge, sir.
Wait,
The panel is the one in
I
charge.
informed there is an authority that constituted the panel. I informed the authority that we have this challenge. And it is the duty of the authority to say, oh, what do we do? And them coming in to address the matter was what made him to talk to me and tell me on Sunday. So while we sent Dr. Adedeji to Oka to go and check on you.
Okay.
And when Dr. Adedeji came back, he did not talk to me. He only sent a report of him coming back to the DA.
Okay.
And the DA forwarded to us. That's all.
So I just want to put it on.
Up till now, that matter. I and Dr. Adedeji did not talk.
Okay. I just want to put it on record, just as I've done before in my writing to the panel, that what was scheduled, according to the report I got, was that I had left the hospital on a Wednesday when I came there. That's 2 days before that time. So was it a ghost that Dr. Adedeji spoke to on Friday in the presence of the doctor? Because the doctor gave me his phone. That they said you have left this place. Take. Or was it that immediately they called the doctor quickly came to my house? Because when we are trying to walk from answer to question, there are some errors that we deliberately, sometimes, I'm not saying you now, but I'm talking of the Dr. Adedeji, whoever sent him, that will be committing without them knowing. I just want to put it on record that was a blatant lie. Then number 2, I also want to say that Dr. Adedeji did not come to Oka to see me. He came to do whatever shady, whatever that his paymasters told him to come and do. Because I gave him opportunities when he was saying I should come to my house. I said my door was open. Come and see me at home. You have all the rights to check my body, check if I was lying. He never came. And he stayed Saturday. He was supposed to go on that Saturday according to what I heard. What I was asked to stay. So the person that he deliberately came to see. The whole thing behoves of that person to check the condition of that person. At least it's also possible that he will have a solution as a medical doctor that he is, to help me with, if he actually believes in human life more than doing the bidding of his paymasters. I just want to put that one on record. He didn't come to see me. He came to do another thing. Then there's something you talked about, the oath of secrecy that we all swear to. Yes, I've addressed this one on that day. I've addressed it, that I spoke to people that should know, so I don't want to delve into that one. More so that this panel is not a properly constituted panel. It's not the right panel, so I don't want to speak to that one any longer. Then about the issue of whether this is a disciplinary panel or not, I maintain, even from recent documents that the management sent to me through the HR and all whatnot, it was there. When you are trying to cover some things, you will not know when you expose it. It's there. And I can, maybe after this time out, I can make reference to that. And I said it on that day, that my doctor said, they told me I was supposed to face a disciplinary panel. Did the person make a mistake? So that one is also on record, and you can call the doctor to check for that one. Then you said the second draft report that you are not a part of it, or I don't know how you put it. Who now drafted that second draft report? How did it come about? Who drafted that second draft report? Because if the members of a panel who are supposed to be the originator and the author of a particular document don't know about that document and how it came about, then something is fishy. Then when you talked about, sir, in closing, meeting within meeting, even if, why not considering that there were no other meetings? Like I said, meetings can be held. 2 people can talk about the matter who are part of a panel, but if they feel that it's a very important point that they must canvass, then they will go to the committee of and discuss it. So there are proofs that the whole place is replete with proofs that meetings were taking place and actions were taking place without everybody being in place. And this is one of them. A statutory member of this committee is not here. Instead, another person was brought. It's so I don't know. Then when you say meeting within meetings, it's not only limited. It's not only limited to the members of that panel alone. When you are prematurely disclosing the outcome of a meeting to the management, for example, when you said the management they agreed that you should come when you had not finished your work, sir, it leaves so much to be desired, sir. That's what I will say in closing. Thank you, sir.
It's okay. Dr. Adetoro.
Is there?
Well, I'm listening to what somebody has said so far. I'd like to say that it's unfortunate that you are trying to see stuff from the council from different perspectives. From your tone, that there are some that are being paid by the masters and some that are not being paid by the masters. To me, I want to believe that this panel is a transparency panel of a kind of panel that was set up to do a transparent work and to get reports back to the management. And I was expecting that based on the representation of the association to which we belong, that should give you kind of confidence. Tell us what we want to hear. And the kind of because of the representation of the SSA, and that was also give you the kind of courage that there's going to be fear hearing. And it's unfortunate that your response is so far, as if you are on a vendetta or something that you are trying to, if you are trying to attack the personality. So it shouldn't be. Just like the chairman said, it's a disciplinary committee, a fact-finding committee. And I'm not here, I'm not representing anybody other than the SSA. Just like they have said that one of our members is to be interviewed, that should represent the association. And I knew you were intimidated before you went into work. We have a very good working relationship. And in fact, what I'm seeing so far, I'm not expecting from you, Mr. Fadil, because when you were here, they had working and you were related to them. I see me as a man. You are trying to just have the kind of aspect of my partner. I'm not here. I don't want to be here. So I want to find better. I'm not like nobody is going to go and modify or do something about it. So I want to break up. That number one, instead of big language, that we need to we have elections. And we are trying to harass, to establish your mind that these people are attacking, or these people want to laugh for. No, not at all. We have made family of allegations against an officer, and the family has considered to look into it and find out the veracity and to what extent these allegations can be verified. And that is the division, and the scope is very clear. But if we are going back and forth, we won't be able to achieve our conclusion what we are here to do. And just like the chairman has also interpreted, you have wanted to ask some of the questions that you have sent to, you have sent your responses, you have sent all those things, because I've noted some questions I wanted to ask based on the principles of fair hearing and justice. That is the aim of SSA, and that is why SSA is coming at this point in time. I'm a member, and the SSA knows the boundaries to protect its members, and that is why SSA is there. And the SSA shouldn't be seen or be tagged as an association that is being run by management or by agent. No. So it will not be proof that something like that is coming from where experience is happening in the council. And you mentioned the time you also joined the workforce of the council. So we expect much from you, Mr. Fadil. So I want to beg of you that you coming with the committee of management so that we can conclude this matter. And concerning what you have also said about the allegation, my only question is that any allegation can be raised at any point in time. It is not ruled to law. One can be alleged to have committed anything. And it is also the duty of the organization or the person who is alleged to also look into the truth and look into the history and look at the level of the allegation. And the person who has alleged to that person is supposed to back up the allegation with evidence that this is what has transpired and these are
You ask me much closer. And the best thing is for him to just be talking most of the time.
Yes.
So that they will be seeing him. Hello, Alaji.
My chairman.
Well, no, thank God that you are back. Oh. Please, so you have the floor now. We want you to talk to us.
Yes, I think I said the other time you to get well.
Okay.
Yes, so I was saying that the initial comment of Mr. Paddington, he has indicated that except if NASU is representing what is not ready to answer any question from the investigative panel. So the chairman will use this position to ask him whether he is ready now. Answer a question from the investigative panel.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Mr. Fadil.
Yes, sir.
You had it.
Yes, sir.
So what is your reply to that?
Okay, Alaji, thank you very much for the question, and I want to appreciate this panel.
There is noise there, sir.
Okay.
Not here.
Okay.
Not there.
So,
Okay, it's gone, sir.
yes, sir. So once again, I want to appreciate everybody for the roles we are playing. Like I said last week, I do not blame us for doing the work that the management said we should do. It's like our guy also said that last week. Somebody must do it. So I appreciate you all. But like I said, I still maintain my points. I'm not ready to give any further evidences or to say much after what I have said. So thank you, sir.
Chairman, you're hacking.
Yes. I've heard what you said. Then I want to ask. I hope you are listening.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is Dr. Adito still there with us?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I sincerely thank everybody.
Mr. Kemi, is you with us? Kemi,
Yes. Kemi, are you with us? Hello, Kemi.
Let's go now, concern.
Please, read through her.
Hello, what's up? Okay, I'm here.
Okay. So, since you are with us, I want to sincerely appreciate Mr. Fadion. And like I said to us, we might not see this the way every other person will see it. But the truth of the matter is, Mr. Fadion, the panelists, and even Dr. Dangut, we are all staff of council. And we all wrote application that we want to be a staff of council. So whatever it is that we have to talk about, we'll still sit at a table like this and discuss. And I don't believe that anybody will want to wish out another person. Genuinely, I believe this panel is set up to investigate and find out for us what the issues are. And for us to say we will not do anything about it, it means we are deceiving ourselves. It is a mandate that has been given to all of us. And part of the mandate is for us to interview him. But like I said, we can only try our best. But if it is not possible for us to interview him, there is nothing we can do. Last week he did well. He cooperated with all of us. We spoke to him. In fact, I was even thinking he will not allow us. He allowed us to speak with him. And at the end of the whole meeting that day, we agreed that if there is need for us to still talk to him, we'll talk to him. And he said, no problem, he's ready. That if we need more information, he's ready to give us more information as far as it concerns this investigation. But like I said, when the panel is set up, as a panelist, is to do what our mandate gives to us. We cannot do more than that. And it's also the choice of the person we want to talk to decide whether he or she wants to be spoken with. So we cannot force him to do that. But I will just appeal to him to let us talk about this, because it's not only him that is interested. We also were interested because it has been given to us as a mandate. So that is my appeal. I hope we all heard what I've said.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, oh. That's Alisa, please. It's good to hear from you. From you, Alisa.
Yes, I'm with you.
I think it's good to hear from Alisa King.
We are waiting for her.
Hello? Okay, they said they are waiting for your comments. Okay, on mute and let them know. That's what we're waiting on. On mute. Hello? Papa?
Yes, you're on. Talk to us. Yes.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, we are hearing you. Yes.
Okay. Okay, sir. You don't have anything.
Oh, yeah, talk to us. So.
He said no comment.
Okay, no comment. Okay, Alaji,
Yes, sir.
you want to say something?
No, since he has answered my question, for now, he said maybe comment, maybe after saying your comment, you can send me the answer and follow, then we talk.
Okay.
He said maybe we have from Dr. Aditoro.
Okay, Dr. Aditoro.
Yes, sir. You have said it all. If somebody else wants to talk with us, then you should let us know. But for now, there's no comment.
Okay. So, Mr. Fadia, over to you.
Okay, sir. So I want to appreciate us for our time, because like the chairman said, even since last week he had a lot to do, but he has had to leave those things just to hear me. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the members of the panel. And I want to make it abundantly clear that I am not afraid to speak to any issues. But my major issue with what is going on now is that a script is being played, whether we like to admit it or not, because already there's irregularity, especially as it comes to, it has to speak to the membership of the panel, and the association or the union that I want to represent me has been edged out. So to that extent, I don't think that I can believe in the outcome of what this reconstituted panel is going to bring out. That's to be noted as number one. Number two, my star witness, who is Dr. Dangut, is not here to speak to me. I need to ask him some questions, as it is enshrined in the condition of service, and also as the law requires. So be that as it may, I just want to impart and say that what I see is not so much as to the veracity of what I've said or the accusations I've made against Dr. Dangut. I've seen that it's not like they are not true, because they have not been debunked. I expected that by now he should have come out and said, "You are a liar," and proven me wrong. But he has not done that. So to that extent, it shows that his major grouse is that what effrontery would this small boy have to speak to a whole HNO? But HNO is not God. HNO is just a human being like me that just got there by virtue of, the years he has spent and time and chance. So it's like the chairman also rightly said, he's an employee like every one of us, and there's no different code of conduct or condition of service for him. Whatever is good for the goose should be good for the gander. So all I'm saying is that I'm going to destroy this guy so that no other person will have such effrontery. But he cannot destroy me, because even if I leave council today, I will still eat. I am loaded. Of course, I will have a lot of challenges at first, but I will settle that on balance. So, but the truth will always be constant and will trump every lie. And all of us that are here, we know the truth. So I just want to speak to us. I want to appeal to us once more, based on the following that I'll be saying. Number one, this fight is a fight for the soul of WAEC, the WAEC that we knew, the WAEC that everybody came to and was happy to have a job like the job in WAEC. But currently, everybody is living under fear. Everybody is not happy coming to work, except if you don't want to admit the truth. But all these facts are known to us. But we have a rare opportunity to reinstitute and reinstate the WAEC of our choice. The WAEC where everybody has a voice, no matter, even if you're a cleaner or you're a driver, that you come to work with absolute joy that you have a job, even if they are not paying you so much. That is the WAEC that we met. So I will close with this saying. It is attributable to one of the past philosophers. I cannot quote the name now, but I know that on the SSA platform, I did quote it. He says, when they came for the socialists, I looked away. I did not speak for them. When they came for the capitalists, I did not speak. When they came for the Jews, I did not speak. When they came for the communists, I did not speak. But when they came for me, there was nobody to speak for me. Because when I was supposed to speak, I did not speak. So for everybody that is here, this is the time for you to speak by staying by the truth and by the decisions you will make. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Alaji,
Yes, sir.
any comments?
Yes, the chairman permits me to still make this comment as a form of reiteration to things that have been said. You keep on saying script is being played out, script is being played out. Please, what is this script that is being played out? Please, what is this script that is being played out? We have cautioned so many people. So please, in the name of harmony, working together, in the name of respect for one another, let us guide our own classes. Look at this diction. Let's avoid repetitive statements. It's not for your good, I think it will help us to know more. And then, anytime you talk, you keep on saying the election has to be present. And the committee made it clear to you that this is an investigative committee. And in terms of reference, there is no way, there is nowhere that we are authorized to invite national office for question. We cannot go out of the terms of reference. And we are also informed that this is not code of law. That you, will be allowed to explain or to ask the election various questions as regards the allegation you raised against you. But as a social setting, an office for that matter, that has conditions, that has rules, guiding our operations. And that's exactly what we're doing, following the rules laid down. We would appreciate it if you will obey us. Nobody should take it. And so like that, I want to know here and in the not today that respect is reciprocal. Respect me and respect you. You disrespect me. Anything I don't have opportunity, to reciprocate, you never know what will happen in life. So don't look at the present and don't look at the past. Always look at the future. Very important. We are brothers. We are working in the same organization. We have the same aim and objective. We have the same target. If anything comes in a different way, there is also a way of going about it. That's exactly what we are doing. However, the channel says nobody wants you to talk. Say you cannot talk, there's nothing you can do. But then, that is just responding to this because we have been saying here often and often. And we need to also tell you when you say it, when we also advise you, when we also talk to you lightly. So that you also learn to talk to us lightly, irrespective of your differences. Yes, WAEC as an organization is for all of us. Yes, you may say you want to maybe fight for the soul of the movement. But there are other ways that probably you can do that. Not necessarily in a different way. That is against the norms of the organization. I want to blame when WAEC was established, we had other West African, agencies. Where are they now? Where are they? Not all of them. I want to blame it. It's only WAEC that is surviving. And why is surviving? Because it maintains the rules governing the establishment of this organization. So, whatever we are doing, let us take in good business. And I think, sir, the leaders in this that was. Thank you so much. And we also anything that you come on.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I don't know if I may speak to.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alaji, thank you very much for what you said, sir. God bless you. Like I said, I don't have anything particularly against each and every one member of this panel. If not for this panel, sir, I don't think I've spoken to you for once before. I may have seen you on one occasion or the other, but we have never spoken. So I have no reason to disrespect you, sir. So, and I have no reason to disrespect any.
You were in Ghana, so now that's spoken.
Okay, yeah, okay.
That time you spoke very well.
Okay.
You did everything for me.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yes, you did everything for me.
Okay, sir.
Once I did, I gave you, it's okay easy immediately.
Okay, sir.
It's not a problem. I'm surprised to see you in this week. This weekend.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that honest review of how I behaved in the past, sir. Naturally, I am a shy person and I don't really talk that much. And I'm a Yoruba man. In our culture, you don't look at an elderly person's face and talk anyhow to an elderly person. You have to do that with so much decorum and so much respect. But when you have somebody that is out for your destruction and is doing it without any remorse, and he's not only doing it just you, he's doing it to everybody, and he's telling everybody go to hell, then at that point you have to say the truth as it is. As it is, I've not disrespected anybody. If I say that Dr. Dangut is the worst HNO that WAEC has had, that is when we're talking about, that is comparison. I'm trying to compare the behavior of other HNOs compared with that of Dr. Dangut. So I'm not abusing him. It is just the reality. So, but personally to you and to any other member of the panel, I have no grounds against you. But it is what is done and the constitution of the panel and the way that everything is going, the way we are going about everything that I'm talking about. So, and if I'm talking with vehemence about it, it does not amount to disrespect to your person, sir. So I want us to just understand this. And you said something, sir, that where are the other organizations? Where are the other organizations that cropped up at the same time with WAEC? There's organizations that are contemporaneous with WAEC. Where are they today? I like that analogy or that question. And that brings us back to what is happening now and why Dr. Dangut is the worst HNO. You can beat your chest to it, sir. I challenge you to check the ways other people, other HNOs have conducted the business or the affairs of the council. During this HNO now, we're having that a lot of people are accusing us of fraud because we collected money. We collected money for carpet calculators, and we never supplied the candidates. We never gave the. I insist that we never gave them. I insist.
No school. There is no school as of now that has not collected the calculator for 2026.
But what about the candidates?
Yes.
What about the candidates? So please, sir, sorry, please, sir. Please, sir, Okay, sir, you are the one saying that now. That is not the report I have, sir. You are the one saying that. The candidates that paid, that enrolled for the exam, they did not get the carpet calculator. So if you are saying that you have given it to school, it is not correct. Well, sir, I allowed you. I was jotting down my points. I allowed you to land, sir. I will plead with you, sir, to allow me to land.
I don't want to continue like this, please.
Alaji.
Say your responses, and then the chairman.
Alaji.
Because when we continue like this, you say it, but I'll keep quiet from now.
Alaji.
You can say your response.
Sir, please allow him to respond, please. Please. When he's done, you can still tell us what you want to say, please.
We can't continue like this. I've said it.
No problem. Just hold on, please. I beg you.
Okay, so like I was saying, like you said, this is not like if we are not careful, WAEC will also be like that, like those other organizations. Look at how exams were. Look at how exams were conducted. You were saying that it is the way the leadership has been ruling WAEC. That's why WAEC has continued. But I want to say that is not true. That if the kind of leadership we are having now continues, WAEC will be a thing of the past. It is not a curse. It is just the truth of the matter. Look at how exams are being conducted in the night. Look at even last year, and this year it was even much worse. You know, and this same man will punish other people, you know, for conducting exam in the night just at one place. But for him that did a very grave error all over the country, he will not punish himself. That is heartless. So then he said that this is a court. This is not a court of law, and so to that extent, Dr. Dangut cannot be invited. And that it is not part of your terms of reference, and I dare say that is not true, because I've read it to you in the code of in the condition of service, the place of the witness and how the witness can be cross-examined. And I'm saying that my own star witness is Dr. Dangut, and he has to be brought. And I brought precedence to you. By what happened at the Oputa panel, where Obasanjo, being the president that constituted the same panel, was invited and he came. So who is Dr. Dangut not to come? So then, like I said, we may think that this man is our friend, and that he can never come for us. But I want to give you an example in history. So, because people may say maybe it's because the Southerners don't like him. This has been his way of life. In the offices he had been so vindictive and full of vendetta. And I know that one Mr. Waziri used to be his very good friend and associate. But immediately that man stopped doing his bidding, what did we have? He turned against him and got the man out of the system. But the man eventually won him in court, which meant that the man was standing on the truth. The man won him, round and fair. So, which was that he does not care whether you came from the north or whether you came from the south. This is just the attitude of this man, and it needs to be checked. It needs to be shown the way out as quickly as possible, so that WAEC will not be in the list of those people. You said that organizations that started with WAEC are no more. Thank you.
Alaji. Yes. So you have the floor now. You can talk.
Okay. Mr. Fadimo.
Yes, sir.
So, public remark on this my issue. You make sure that you are a young man, and that you respect individuals who are here. Just as you respect us as members of this committee, I want you to respect the head of national office, Dr. Amos Josiah Dangut, like that. Everybody that. Whatever happened, all these are grievances. And grievances are not resolved, violently. There are other ways you can follow, and you will make that you but people coming out, that has done this, that has done that, which means what you have said here that respect others, if it is true, let it be true in its entirety. 100%. Whenever the man does anything wrong, you should find a reasonable means with everyone with respect. That's just the issue. And that does not mean that you will not be wrong. In fact, I want to tell you, if you stick to that, honestly speaking, the kind of respect you garner, you will be surprised. But when you continue like this, Dr. Dangut is this, Dr. Dangut is that, Dr. Dangut has done this. Remember, you are still young, before you get one. You are still young. You still have a lot of years. Right? If at the end of the day, you have somebody, and sometimes you have a problem like this, you say, I'm saying, but that is what you can.
Barrister, mute yourself.
It is just like any father. You just want to don't him. And the election room now, the other way around, provided the candidate who provided for the field, both against and place of vote is provided that both votes among this committee and compared to the team as far as they so I have to respect him. Just as respect him, just as respect what the other man is respecting. Hold him that respect. And find a suitable means of getting the process. This is the level, don't put him. Because I know I stayed there for quite a long time, for 10 years I've been there. And I'm not saying because of people there, I stayed with Yoruba. And I see how they are. In the office, I can see it. In TTT. In my area, I see I saw it. Yes, I want you to prove us that you are a real Yoruba. Give that respect. And the find is to be of confronting all this issue. And we have about that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
Dr. Adetoro.
Yes, sir. Let me be one of the comments. The view of Mr. Padion, on the panel, is that the panelists are judges. That is the way you view the panelists. Even the SSC representative that is representing is also viewed as part of the judges. And from what you have said, the scripts have been written. And the judges are here to pronounce what they have written. And from what Jesse has said, and Mr. Sharma has said, to make you see beyond that you are here to do justice. And you kept on and you sustained the allegations. And we are here to do truth and nothing more. And at the same time, to me, there's no logic in the fact that you prefer whether you know or somebody to represent you to the union that you belong to. There's no logic to that. And from what Mr. Chairman has said, and Jesse Abuja, if you see it from the perspective of justice, and you allow them to run to reveal and listen to the emotional stance, then we start taking forward. So to me, we are not here. I personally am not here to judge you. And I believe that other members of the panel are not here also to judge you. Based on the terms of reference that they are given to us, is to know the truth. And we cannot know the truth if we continue to argue forth and back. And that is it. And Mr. Chairman has announced that he cannot coerce you to cooperate with us. And I will see once Mr. Chairman has to decide what we have to do in this present situation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Adetoro.
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
The game is not there.
She's not there.
She close. Okay.
Oh, yeah, over to you.
Okay, sir.
Go ahead, talk to us.
Sir, everything that is said, if I have to say anything, I'm repeating what everyone has said, I want to be saying from the beginning. From our recap now, the government that is saying that it doesn't acknowledge all that as a panel and it doesn't want to talk. For one final question I want to ask is the fact that the last time we met, we said we had documents that need to substantiate what we have. This is something we need to get for. That's my final answer. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. There's nothing bad in trying to get more information, and like I said, I'm always ready to answer any questions. I don't shy away from, for me to have come out the way I came out, for me to face a panel will be the least thing that I'll be afraid of. I just want that one to be clear. But the panel as it is constituted, I cannot really give anything in terms of evidence to the panel as it is constituted. If there's a discussion amongst the people constituting the old panel, and they decide that they still have questions to ask me, so be it. I will very much oblige you. But for this panel, I have nothing to give to this panel. Then to Dr. Adetoro, I thank you for your submission. I just want us to know that in the course of doing our work, we are bound to do well in some areas. We are bound to also make mistakes. But when we make mistakes, those mistakes should not be to the extent that they will kill our morale. It should not be to the extent that the joy of working is taken away. I must confess to you, the way WAEC is right now, I'm just so tired of working in the system. And this is what I have sampled from so many people, even ZCs and BCs, people in high authorities. So I'm not just speaking for myself. Dr. Dangut himself is a man of so many atrocities and mistakes, many mistakes. When I say atrocities, I'm not disrespecting him. All these things are there. You understand? He has made a lot of mistakes. Okay, which one do you want us to start from? Which he has not debunked? Some of you that are here, Dr. Zakaria, sorry, I don't know whether you're a doctor, maybe I'm adding more, maybe God will soon make you a president by God's grace. So I wish you well, sir. And but I want you to know, Alaji knows that when Dr. Dangut was in Yola office, he drove the vehicle of the office by himself. You know that and you know the punishment that should go with it, and he even destroyed the vehicle, used WAEC money to repair it. Nobody killed him for that. Nobody. Yes, but you know. But sir, I know that you know. I know that you know. Alaji, I agree with you that you don't know. I will not put words in your mouth, sir. But I know that you should know. But since you said you do not know, good and fine. Good and fine. But we have people that also do know that when this same Dr. Dangut, when he was in what's it called, Uyu office, he was not around to conduct exam to release stuff from the strong room, and the strong room was broken. That is in his record. Except if they are going to remove it. It is in his record. I will see people in council that can testify to that. They did not kill him because of that. They did not.
All of us were not there.
I was not there, but I heard reliably. He cannot face. That is the reason why I said Dr. Dangut needs to be here. Let me ask him directly. You understand?
You cannot rely on information from someone that cannot verify.
No, that is verifiable. You know, when we get to the bus stop, whatever needs to come out will come out. When we get to that bus stop, whatever needs to come out. But like I said, I'm not willing to give any stuff again to this panel because I don't believe in this currently constituted panel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, thank you all. I want it to be known to all of us that my language, there is the saying that you can force the horse to the river, but you cannot force that horse to drink. And like I said, even last week Monday when we were talking to him, I said we are not judges. I ask you to get information as far as possible so that we will see how to manage this situation. And to God who made me, that has been my own view. And that is what I stand for. And I'm sure no member of this panel will have any other means than to address it that way. Now, let me tell us this. There are two types of animals that we all know. When you see a goat, you hear the noise of a goat almost every minute. But when you see a sheep will be very quiet. It's not as if that sheep did not see anything. It might even be seen more than what the goat is seeing. But it chose to be quiet for a reason. I decided not to go that route because there is a reason for a panel. Whether I say it's investigative or discipline panel, whatever panel that I set up, the idea behind the panel is to find out what exactly is the issue. And until we report back and given our evidences gotten from the person we interview, we have not done the work. And that was why I feel it would have been better for all of us to cooperate and get the best out of this matter. Because whether we like it or not, posterity will judge. And tomorrow we'll be asked questions. Like this case he mentioned, I watched it in the video and he repeated it there. I don't know any. But eventually because I was still very young in council, I don't know of any. I heard it for the first time when I watched the video. And I also heard from him today. I did not see any. What I know is that when there is any issue raised by anybody, you must have proof of that issue you raised. And it is based on the evidences provided that we work with. I don't know any other way, except, well, maybe the Gen Zs have already gotten to that level. But for me, I don't know any other way. So my coming here today is for us to be able to conclude this matter, come to a reasonable and logical conclusion, so that we will not miscarry any justice. Because if we don't do a thorough job, it will not be said that we have done the right thing. And that is exactly why we are here. So I want to plead with us. I want to plead with us to agree that we have a mandate. And our mandate is to speak with him. And I'm still pleading with him. He should let us address this matter. Let us know what facts you have for us, so that we will not be judging you from the wrong side of the belt. That is just the truth. And that is why I'm still appealing. But if after saying this, he still insists that no, you don't want to do anything for that, then we have no choice. We have to give him the opportunity. Because like I said at the opening remark, that you cannot force a horse to drink water. You can force the horse to the river, you get there. But once it's not tasty, the horse will not drink anything. So that is my own. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Don't end yet. So, colleagues, if this is where it is, we have come to the end of me. I was even thinking that I will still be here tomorrow. But I was thinking this preamble has taken time, that we might still need to call to be here tomorrow to talk to him. Like I said, the only reason why I'm here is because I want to get to the root of the matter. I don't want to preempt anything. And I stand to be corrected anywhere. Like I said, this will be the 6th time I will be a chairman of a panel. And I've never been found wanting anywhere. I've always been the chairman, I've been secretary, I've been member to panel. And there has never been a time somebody say, oh, you did not do this well. No, not me. And that is why I'm sure one of the reasons why I was chosen to be a member of this panel. Because they know quite well that I will say the way it is. I don't know. It's not as if I fear anybody, but I follow procedure. And that is the way I operate. So, I'm sorry, colleagues. We might have to end it here because there's little or nothing we can do. So, then when we get back to Lagos, if we still need to talk to us, we'll do that. So, with the way it is, we are about to go back tomorrow. Happy? So,
when the panel is properly constituted, I will speak to the panel. That's my final take, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
God bless you. So, colleagues, thank you. Alaji, thanks for the honor. We held you down. We did not allow you to move. Sorry. I don't have a choice now. It's the assignment you gave to me. Even though if I have a choice, I will not come because me, I don't like traveling that much. But do I have a choice?
Sorry, sir.
So, amen. Dr. Adetoro.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry, I might have met you somewhere, but the way I'm seeing you, I'm seeing the face for the first time. But no problem. It's part of life, and I appreciate your comments. God bless you. Thank you so much. Our barrister, they said we should not call you barrister again. So what are we going to be calling you now? You sue me. No problem. Take me to any court. It's CJN that said we should not call you barrister again. So it's not me. She said we should not call you barrister. So if I don't call you barrister, don't be angry. Anyway, I have a name for you. At least I need to call you my legal luminary. That one is better. Okay. Thank you. God bless you. I appreciate you. Well done. All right, oh. Bye, everybody.
All right, bye-bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, sir. May I take my leave, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you.
Hello. In
the office. Yes.
Okay. Oh, sure. God bless you. I've been in the meeting since morning.
I love you. I love your way.
That's you. That's you.